Welcome back for another video. Today we are gonna play Kung Fu Heroes. This is a fantastic gem that I found. I really want to show you this game. All the tricks that I learned playing it. It took me about 2 weeks to learn this game. It was also required a very intense play because you need to learn a lot of tricks and to get used to this dynamic. It's really difficult, but at the same time enjoying it because you have a lot of tricks that you learn while you play, and you will find the initial levels easier than obviously when you progress through this castle. Basically, you have to beat 32 levels. Each level is a castle, so you start from castle 1, which is called the Spearman castle. Each castle has got this bonus stage, which you can find by breaking blocks, and you get a key which opens this door while you enter in this stage. If you collect 5 E-blocks, E-balls, sorry, you get an extra life, which I did now. See, now I'm collecting E. This game is very good. It's a port of the arcade game from 1984 called Chinese Hero, which I actually never heard before. On the NES, this game was built by Culture Brain in 1989, so it was ported approximately after 5 years. It took 5 years to port this wonderful game, and I believe on the NES is a very little gem because it's very successful compared to the arcade version. I like more the NES version. The NES version is more playable, and I found it also easier and fair in terms of gameplay. The enemies are tough, even starting from Castle 1, but the trick is the most important in my gameplay, which I will tell you, is to try to beat as quickly as possible, but at the same time, in the early stages, try to break as many blocks as possible, because you will find hidden treasures. Here, for example, there is also an extra life which is hidden, was not even inside, behind the block. So this purple, the enemy with this purple color, is one of the simplest enemy, but not all the enemy are easy like them. This one is called the Kung Fu Commando. At the moment also we have the Spearman, which throws you a spear. Then you have this Mr. Coffin. To beat Mr. Coffin, you need to get a special item which is called S, the one which now I have on my screen, which I already have, the Shorin Temple Mark A, which allow to defeat Mr. Coffin. Now I'm gonna enter again in the bonus stage, which will allow me to get another extra life. If I can collect another 5E, I will get an extra life. So at the moment, as you can see, I also collected this punch. You can see I have 2 of them. This means that I increased my power punch, which means now I can destroy quicker certain enemies, because you have to remember that Mr. Coffins is almost invincible in the beginning, and the same this other enemies, which I can tell you from the manual, where you have the Bison Commando, which is very tough to beat if you don't have the punch power up. We are already at the end of Castle 1. This enemy is the Floating Viper on the right. The Floating Viper, you can only beat it with a jump. You need to jump on it. You cannot beat it with a punch. Mr. Coffin, usually, once you have the S, you can beat it with a jump. This one is the first time we meet this enemy. This enemy is called Unigon. I believe you can beat Unigon, but I really recommend you to use these passages to try to avoid him, because it's extremely dangerous. So you can also push bricks towards the enemy. You can even destroy 3-4 enemies simultaneously. Like in this case, actually, I made only one, but it's fine. In this case, I use the magic kick. The magic kick is when you press the jump button without touching the movement. So it just it does a very long jump. I usually use this jump for escaping mostly. I try not to waste it because at the moment I have only seven magical kicks. So I try not to waste them. So usually I use the jump and the movement at the same time. You need to move a direction and jump so that you don't waste the magical kick. Otherwise you will do a magical kick. G is the gun ball, allows you to throw balls to the enemies. This is a very good one, it's very useful, especially in the later level. It allows you to destroy a lot of enemy in a very short amount of time without having almost zero risk. So we are already in Castle 2. The Castle 2 is called the Gunman Castle. So according to the manual, I already found the bonus room. If I collect 5E, I'm gonna have an extra life. But as you can see now, I already have 9 life left. So technically, you cannot hold more than 9 lives. So even if I collect 5E, it's not gonna give me an extra life, unfortunately. So it was a little bit like just for collecting points here. Unfortunately, this is. But it's good to know. I showed you just in case you have 8, so you can again top up to 9. So yeah, actually we found now another enemy. This enemy is very easy to jump. This cat mage, I usually jump on his head. Jumping is safer than punching. If you try to punch an enemy and you are too close to him, he can shoot at you and you can get hit by him. But by jumping on his head like that, I found it extremely safer. So for me, jumping is most of the time. I try to avoid these enemies as well because they are a little bit dangerous. You need to dodge and punch to these guys, otherwise they can punch you first and die. You know, all these kung fu commandos, they are called kung fu commandos. Later on we are gonna find the bison commando, which are very dangerous. Now with the, as I said, the gun ball makes things much easier. Let's talk about what we have now. We have collected 2 items, which is the S with the dark background is called the Shorin Temple Mark B. This allows you to weaken the Medusa beam. Now we have this guy, which usually I use the passage to avoid him. You can try to defeat him, but you need the sword probably to do it. But usually I try to avoid him at all cost. He's a very dangerous guy. This guy with a gun is very dangerous if you stand in front of him. Actually, it's a bazooka. It's called the Gunman, but in his hand he has got a bazooka. Ah, now these guys with the horns are called the Bison Commandos, which are the most dangerous guys in the whole game. The Bison Commandos, they are the strongest of all the enemies you will encounter during the game. There is not an easy way to beat them, so try to avoid them at all costs. Yeah, these guys are dangerous, you see? They are very easy. In this level, I think the only way to beat them is using the gun ball or throwing bricks to them. Now I try to go to the because I want to recover the life that I lost. So I want to collect again 5E to get back my life that I lost. Now that I am in the bonus room, I would like to tell you something very interesting that I found about this game. The 2 characters are called Jackie and Lee. I don't want to make any assumption, but this is really remind me the 2 actors from the 70s, Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. I did some research. I was interested. Was this game inspired by a movie about Bruce Lee? In fact, this was released in, as I said, in 1989. Before this game, there was another NES game about Kung Fu, which is the very well-known game Kung Fu Master. Kung Fu Master from the arcade version 1984 and the port on the NES 1985. This was inspired by a very famous Bruce Lee movie from the 1972 called The Game of Death, when Bruce Lee, basically the character, needed to go to this pagoda, which was the Temple of Death, which I think had 5-6 floors. At the end of each floor, you had to beat the boss. That one was a very top action, I mean beaten up. It was a proper beaten up because you had to beat so many enemies. Here, I would say the context of this game is not really a beat 'em up. I would classify this game like a top-down action game. Why? Because this is a very high precision game. Now I have the sword, which I've collected in this game. With the sword, actually, this is part of the manual, which I will explain. To activate the sword, you need to press simultaneously the two buttons plus the direction button. You need to move your character in one direction, any direction, and press simultaneously A, B, because if you press A, B simultaneously when you are standing, and if you have $7, as you can see, 7 money, instead of activating the sword by mistake, you can activate the P, which gives you invincibility, but you don't want to waste the P. You want to use the P properly. As in the manual, I will tell you, the P is very important. For example, I usually use it when you are really in danger. In levels where are very tough. I'm gonna show you later on now at some point how to use the P, because probably it's worth using it. Now I'm using it now, for example. See, with the P, even this big monster become... Oh, sorry, I just fell down into the trap. Oh, that was very silly. But it's okay. We still have 7 lives left. I was a little bit excited about this invincibility. It's okay. Oh, I lost again because I was hit by this. We still have 6 lives left. The purpose of this video playthrough is to show you you can beat this game, even though it's extremely difficult. I played it for 2 weeks and I was able to beat it relatively easily, I would say. So don't need to be too scared about this boss. Use the passage, as I said. You don't need to defeat it necessarily. With the sword I could, but this Onigun guy is very tough. So you need to beat a certain amount of enemy anyway, so do the easiest enemy. Try to avoid, as I said, even this bison commandos with this horn, because they are very tough. Try to beat the Spearman, the Gunman, they are easier. Even the Cat Mage, I will show you later on. They are much simpler. Oh, this guy with the sword is extremely easy. It's called the Were Cat. Now we are already in castle number 4. This game is extremely quick. The castle 4 is the Demon Cat's castle. As I said, these guys, I'm not very convinced. They are easy to beat. But this Medusa head was easier. I think it's called the War Cat. I mean, these guys, I'm very confident when you have the ball, the gun ball, they become much easier. We already can go to the door, so let's go to the exit. One thing I need to tell you, once the door is opened, you need to go to the exit as quickly as possible, because otherwise the enemy will start becoming very fast. Now we are in 4-2. Again, this Onigun, sorry, appears, and as I said, I use the passage. Here we have a new enemy. This guy, you need to jump on his head, or you can beat him with a sword. looking in the manual. What is the name of that guy? That guy, I think it's called the Cat Mage. I entered now into the door because I need another extra life. This game is extremely generous in terms of extra life because now we are going to get another extra life by collecting 5E. I never been able to collect 10 in one stage. 10 in one stage is probably very hard, almost impossible, but 5 is very easy. So if you can enter in one stage, now we're going to get an extra life, 1 up. So now we have 8 life. Even though I played very, very precisely, I did some mistake. But now I still have 8 life remaining. So yeah, I mean, until here is easy. So far, so good. I would not say complaining that the game until here is difficult. So yeah, now we can already go into the door. We are already towards the end. I think the castle. Yeah, no, yeah, towards the end of castle 4. This is very. You start having this Medusa cat. Medusa cat is tough because they spit at you as well. This beam. So that's why I try to make the coffin. Mr. Coffin are easier, but these guys try to be far from them. Or jump on them when they are alone, basically. Sometimes they aggregate 2 of them. When they aggregate 2 of them, they become much, much harder. Because even if you jump on one, the other one will shoot at you and you die. So it's tough. It's a tough game. Medusa is tough. Then you have the Famber. Here you need to make very, very careful about these Famber bolts. This guy frees you. Luckily frees you. It doesn't kill you. Luckily. This guy is the Cat Mage. Now we have the main guy. The Onigon. This is a little bit tough, this part, because you have this ball that can hit you and kill you. Oh, the Famber Bolt. I avoided. You need to have like a ninja reflex to avoid it. As I said, I think I prefer to jump on their head. I mean, with the sword is also safe. Remember, to activate the sword, you need to press the 2 buttons A, B simultaneously and also move in a certain direction. Otherwise, as I said earlier, you will waste the P ball, which is the invincibility, which you... At the moment, we don't have it because at the moment we have only $2. As you can see, money, 2. Now I need an extra life. I did lost approximately 3-4 lives, but now the game is gonna give me back an extra life. So we are very good. If I can get this extra life, I'm gonna get back 9 lives. I hope you can follow my walkthrough and beat the game the same way I did it. If you go through all these hidden stages, these bonuses, you can get back your lives. So I don't think the game is unforgiving. It's very forgiving in the way that it allows you to get back the lives that you lose. So yeah, this is something that I like about this game. So we don't really need to be... It's very harsh, but it gives you back what you lose. So now we are entering in the next castle. We already entered in castle 5. Let me tell you the name of the castle number 5. Castle number 5 is called the Demon Castle. The Demon Castle. So we find new enemy here. Actually, you can see this floating viper shoot at you as well. And if they touch you, you die. So usually I like to jump on them. It's safer. Safer. This is like the kick. The normal kick. You have 2 kicks. The normal kick, which is this one. Then you have the magical kick, which is the one when you jump without touching the bar. It does very long, much longer jump, and you can kill 2-3 enemies at the same time. So now we found this guy. This guy is the Dragon Man. The Dragon Man is a man with the head of a dragon. This guy with a purple suit on the top. See, now we have 2 of them. are very dangerous. They can be beaten only with a sword. Even the Dragon Ball doesn't kill them. So now I'm also interested to kill the Viper, the floating Viper, because it's very dangerous. She's very dangerous. Yeah, this game requires a lot of intense practice because especially this level you find the dragon. The dragon, according to the manual, can be beaten, but not sure. You need to hit him 5-6 times, but because it stays on the screen just for a few seconds, I'm not sure how can you defeat him. I prefer just to use these passages. The manual recommends as well to avoid him. You don't need to beat it necessarily. The dragon and the big monster, the Unicorn, they don't really need to be defeated. Certain players, I have seen certain walkthrough where players have defeated them, but it's not necessary to beat the game, the entire game. Maybe you can do it at a later stage. Now we entered the castle number 6, which is called the Castle of Tricks. The first stage of this castle is very easy. I found it easy. It's not that tough. I think at certain point we add the gun. Once you get the gun ball, everything will become much easier. With the gun ball, even to be careful with the gun ball, the spear guy, the guy with the spear still can kill you. Even these commandos can kill you. These bison commandos, they can hit you, they can punch you even if you have the gun ball. So be careful, stay away from them, far from them. This is 6-2. Also, we have to be careful about the Thumber bolts. Here there is a Thumber that gets activated when the Unibot guy, Unigon. Yes, now we have a Thumber, so we actually need to jump. You need to have reflex, but they are predictable. They appear once the Unigon is gone. So let's call him the big boss. So let's call him this guy, the big boss. The red big boss that chases you. This guy is extremely annoying. We are in approximately 90%. We have done now 70% of the game. We still have 9 life remaining. So as I said, the game is extremely generous. And if we lose, even if we lose a life, if we had 8 lives here, we could have went into the bonus room, collected 5 E-balls and get back the life. So this is not a game about... You don't need to worry about lives. If you lose a life or 2 lives, as long as you learn the game and you know where to go, how to get all these bonuses, you can get the life back. No. Now I'm very scared about... Oh, look! The Thunderbolt killed me. So potentially I could get the life back if I'm able to go to the broom, but I prefer just to go. It's okay, I lost a life. It's fine. 6-3. This one is easy one. As you can see, I already immediately I activated the sword. Try to activate the sword as quickly as possible. This Medusa cat is extremely annoying because she spit at you actually. And she can also kill you by touching you. So that's why it's very dangerous. Now I try to beat this tough enemy because I got the ball. The fireball, all these bison commandos, they are very tough. So now we are 6-4, the end of Castle 4. Here we have 2 dragons here, which are very tough. Just use the passages to try to avoid them, or just go right and left. So it's tough, it's a tough game. This dragon, I never managed to beat them. But I try to avoid them. Here obviously I try to use the sword. This way it's okay. When the enemy is not pointing directly to you, the sword gives you a certain distance from the enemy. Obviously we have like a little bit edge against the enemy. When you have the sword, the game becomes much easier. So, but this guy is still dangerous. Never be too close to him. Beat with the sword, because no, I was silly. I misjumped. I tried to jump on him, but unfortunately my jump was wrong. And now I'm a little bit in the middle of too many enemies. So that's why this is a game of precision. It's a game of precision. Now, E. I collected another E. Okay, the door is open. Now we are going to the next castle. Castle number 7, which is called the Demon Castle. 7-1 is very easy actually. You have this Dragon Man. A Dragon Man, you can beat them with a sword. As long as you are very close to them and not face to face so that they can shoot at you. You just need to be far from the gun, basically. You need to be below them or above them, like that. So now we are 7-2. The game is getting very hard. So, but we still have 7 life remaining. So so far I'm glad what I achieved. This is a very good run. I should be able to beat the game. So now I need to be extremely concentrated. No, this dragon, I need to tell you something about this dragon. That in order to beat this dragon head, you need to have 5 treasures. Otherwise, you won't be able to beat them. As you can see now, I got 5 treasures. 5 treasures. I think the sword doesn't count as a treasure, but I have 5 treasure. With 5 treasure, I'm losing too much. I lost too many lives. You can beat that dragon head. I mean, you need to practice. It's very difficult to explain when you can beat it or when you cannot beat it, but you will learn, you will see when you have 5 treasures. 5 valid treasures. So as you can see, this Dragon Man is very tough because he's on the top. Plus there is the floating viper, which is also dangerous. So here you need to take your time. Oops. I see, now I'm surrounded by so many enemies. This Dragon Man must be destroyed as quickly as possible, but they are respawning. In fact, see, too many dragons man on the screen. I use the magical kick, as you can see, to do a long jump, to just reach the door. I have to be honest, I have been playing a little bit badly in the last 3 levels, but not because I'm bad, it's just because these last 2 castles are extremely tough. And in this 7-4, you cannot destroy these dragons, and even the head dragons are undestroyable. So you just need to avoid them. So I try to use the magical kick to escape, and with the sword I just need to hope that the Dragon Man will come near me and I will destroy them. 7-4 is one of the most difficult levels in the entire game. See, as you can see, my aim is just destroy this Dragon Man and try to avoid the Thumber Bolt. There is a Thumber at some point. I hope I will have the reflex to avoid the Thumber. I still have 4 life remaining, so I'm positive I should be able to do it. This one is extremely difficult. Look, you just need to go left and right, hoping that the dragon will not be too close to you. And hope that this Dragon Man will come near you. And now you see I cannot reach that Dragon Man. I just need to dodge the bullets and the dragon. Now I use a magical kick. I used another magical kick. And now this guy came, this big monster came too close to me. Now I have to use the magical kick to no, it was unlucky. Sometimes the boss appears randomly on the screen. If he appears too close to you, you don't have any time to escape. And now there is a fire, see, because I'm taking too long to destroy the enemy. Oh, the founder. I had a very good reflex to avoid it. And I should be able now to go to the exit. Come on. How many? I need another one. Come on. I lost another life. The game here becomes very, very tough. The reason I want to show you this game through, walk through, is because to show you how difficult is this game. Oh wow, we reached the final castle. The final castle, the last castle. The last castle is extremely tough. Somehow here there are some hidden obstacles, something hidden that kills me. I don't know why. I lost many lives here. I'm not sure. There is some place where there is a bomb or something that explodes and it kills you. I hope that in this run I will not lose a life here. I still have 4 lives remaining, so hopefully I should be able. Oh wow, this is the Gunman with the bazooka. This level can be extremely. See, I lost a life without any reason. I don't know why I lost a life. So, but now I should use a magical kick to reach the exit. Fine. We are in 8-2. We are heading towards the end of the game. 8-2. Oh wow, this one is extremely tough, this one. Potentially here we can get an extra life on the left side here. Unfortunately I missed it. I try to get this extra life. Unfortunately to get the extra life. And now we cannot get it, unfortunately. Yeah, I was too greedy for that extra life, but there is an extra life there. I try to show you. We have too many Mr. Coffins here around and too many enemies. So there is a life here. Oops. No way. No, there is an extra life there. I want to get it. Come on. Ah, yeah, that's the extra life. Take it. Magical kick. Yeah, there you need a magical kick to jump the other side. A normal jump would not do it. Usually I have 0 magical kick left. I need a little bit of luck now because I am on the top. I'm very close to the exit because I know now that I should be able to clear the level. On this level it's very good to stay at the top near the exit. Okay, go! Goodness, they didn't allow me to go. Look, I was very lucky. 8-3. 8-3. I told you this game is very intense and it's extremely addictive game. So once you learn how to use the sword and all the tricks about the game, this game becomes extremely addictive. So I lost a life. Okay, let's hope that now we'll resist with 2 lives left. Yeah, it's a very tough game. So I told you this game require a lot of practice. Probably I played this game hundreds of times to beat it from start to end. But every run about 20 minutes, 2-3 weeks took me, an hour a day. So you still need to play it. Now I'm trying to head towards the exit because it should open the door. In fact, I need a little bit of luck. 8-4. 8-4. I'm still not 100% sure how to beat it from start to end, but because I need a dollar. If I have a dollar, I can use the P, and if I get the P, I can easily beat this level. But I need the P. With a little bit of luck, if I can get the dollar, I was so lucky here. Look at that. I need to get the dollar. Ah, now the dragon now. Oh my goodness. If I can get that ball with a question mark, it will give me a dollar. And now I'm surrounded by too many enemies. I get the ball, and now I can activate the P. Let's activate the P. If I can activate the P, I can beat the level probably. I need the P. I need to press the 2 buttons A, B simultaneously. Now the P is there. Okay? Yeah, probably now with a little bit of luck I can beat this level. With a little bit of luck, let's see. You just need to do like a circle. Go top. Then you go down. Yeah, unfortunately the P is gone. Ah, I get the E. Get the E. I can get an extra life. Get it, Diggy! Yes! 1 up! I have now 3 lives remaining. I think I have 90% probability to beat the game. Oh, for sake, I forgot about the Thunderbolt. No! Goodness sake, the Dragon Man doesn't die with a break. I have the last life now. I'm very, very tense now. Hopefully I will do the... I just need to beat 2 enemies. If I can beat another one, I beat the game. Come on! Yay! I did it! I did it! Hey guys, I did it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you will beat this game the same way I did it. And hopefully I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And the next, obviously, is the video is not gonna continue. I'm not gonna explain you that. I'm not gonna do another loop. The game obviously is gonna continue. It's gonna restart again from level 1. This is obviously level 1. You already know what is level 1. And see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.